tell me the organization you are working for and the project. And when I say the project, the type of project, whether it's a building project, not the title, a building project, building roads or bridge or whatever, right? Can you start, Chatura? Malsha? Malsha, what is the project what is the organization you are working for? Hello? Asita?
Sir, I am quality control engineer attached to Northwestern Provincial Council. We are testing the construction materials at the laboratory.
Okay, thank you. Malsha? Mangalasiri? Are you there or am I wasting our time? ඔගොල්ලෝ ඉන්න නම් කතා කරන්න ඕනේ නැත්නම් මම ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ ලයිව් ස්ට්‍රීම් එක නවත්තනවා. කවුද ඉන්නේ ඉන්නයි මට කතා කරලා ඉන්නවා කියලා කියන්නේ.
So I'm Vasudha from National Water Supply and Drainage Board.
Right. What is the project?
Actually, we are conducting water safety plans for existing water supply schemes.
You are located at Ratmalan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. Vasanta,
Yes.
what is your project? Where do you work? Hey, Vasanta.
So I'm Vasanta Gunadana,
Yes.
working in the National Water Supply and Drainage Board. I'm attached to the development section at the head office. We are conducting water safety plans for existing water supply schemes, sir.
All right, you spoke before. Right, okay. AM 42562. What's your name first? Chatura? It's difficult to contact you. Some of you are, it appears that some of you are not connected, though you are connected.
Hello, sir, I'm Prabodhi.
Sorry?
I'm Prabodhi from CEB.
Yes. And
I'm attached to the Calcutta Combined Cycle Power Station.
are you in a project or are you in maintenance or what?
I'm operation engineer at the Calcutta Combined Cycle Power Station, sir.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Sir, I am Vishaka,
Yes, Vishaka.
currently working at Ceylon Electricity Board attached to the distribution sector.
Where is that?
North Central Province, sir.
Western.
North Central Province.
On Central, right. That is in Kuranagal.
No, sir, Anuradhapura.
Anuradhapura. Thank you. And
So I am Gamage,
yes, Gamali.
working at Colombo Dockyard PLC.
Gamali, I think we have met you.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, good. And you are mechanical, right?
Yeah, I'm mechanical.
Chatura, who's Chatura? Port City. Okay. And you? Colombo West. Oh, okay. Colombo West. It's not the Chinese, so the other side. J. Quail. What do you do there? Apply nature. Access has a very little role to play there. Okay, anybody else from want to introduce themselves? Maisha, you spoke before.
Hello, sir. So I am
Yes.
Malsha. I am from. I work at Provincial Road Development Authority, Western Province. I attach to the Nigambu division.
No division. Thank you. Asita.
So I am quality control engineer at the Northwestern Provincial Council.
Mhm.
We are testing the construction material and the laboratory in the field.
I'm repeating, sorry.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm Adil Raj from Colombo Dockyard. I'm working in a new building ship project.
So you are in the design office or in the production?
Yes, in the
Yeah.
design office.
What is your discipline? It's mechanical.
Hull
No, no, no.
design.
That is your you're a mechanical engineer. is it?
Mechanical engineering, correct.
Right. Anybody can at any time they can ask any questions without waiting for the end, right? And we'll start. Sorry about the little delay because we don't see each other in person. But you can always come back if you want to contact me while the lecture's on or after. I'll be displaying my telephone number. You can call me if something is not clear or ask during the lecture. Raising hand won't help because they have fixed a new screen and there's no keyboard, which I can see here. But you can always talk. Anyway. This way. Right, hello. Now you can see a bird on your screen, correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Better leave your microphones on unless you are going somewhere. Then it's easy. So what does it say? This is before coming into the subject area. This is about I want to talk to you about yourselves, how to develop yourselves, and no one can become a project manager, anyone in their life, unless you develop yourself. So this little bird sitting on the tree, as it says, it's never afraid of a branch breaking. Have you ever seen when a branch breaks, the bird falls down with that? Yes or no?
Never.
Never. They will just fly. Sometimes when they fly, the branch breaks. When it's weak. Yes, maybe they are sensing. So the bird, normally they sit anywhere they like. And when they sit like that, they trust. Their trust is not on the branch, but on themselves. On themselves, right? So likewise, when you do anything, you got to remember and you got to practice. It's you. Maybe you are working for CB or Road Authority or water board or any access or any other engineering, or else even in your life, general life, personal life, that's the case. So you got to make sure that you are confident of handling that situation. like the bird. So that is something I'm sure some of you, or maybe all of you, are like that. But the simple thing, always believe in yourself that you can do it. If you don't believe in yourself that you can do it, nobody else will believe that you can do it. This is about me. I am Leelanath Balwat. Then there are a few things I have done which is listed below. And other than that, I am a distinguished Toastmaster. The second in Ireland. And probably the difference in a PhD, which I have done, and normally you see, in most cases, people who had done PhDs are in the academy. In my case, I did a PhD late in my career. And so I have a lot of industry experience, and my thinking and how I work really focused and based on that one. So it's I would say, I haven't worked in academy full time. I have done part-time work, but in my career, it's full-time industry experience. So after gaining lots of experience, only I started my PhD because I liked it. And my work area is basically project management, construction management, and process improvements. So if you look at the first line, the qualifications, they are about academy and professional qualifications. And the second line, it's about what we call the support areas. So I feel, and I'm happy that I did it. And some of them, unlike in organization sponsors, I have paid my own money because I like it. Even the HRM, that is the Human Resource Management diploma, I got leave from the company because we worked on Saturdays. This one was on Saturday. So Saturday half day I got the leave, but I paid the money from my pocket because I liked it and it really helped. Maybe after about 15 years of work, and I worked overseas for about 10 years. And so all the mix is there. So what I say and think is a summary of that. Now this is coming back to what I said before. Now, if you think about yourselves, where are you? Now, when I say where are you, not sitting nose or not listening to the lecture. In your life as an engineer, where do you stand? And what do you want to be? Now, you guys are, you want to sit for the charter. And I have done some time back. In fact, the shortest possible time I was able to, which means 3.5 years after graduation. The reason being, my results, my first degree results was released on a month, 3.5 years down the line was the closing date of the chart application, plus the 6 months training, then the 4 years completed. So I got through. So that's something someone can match but can't break, I guess, unless they change the rules. So where are you? What do you want to be? Obviously, you want to be successful, right? You want to be successful, and how you want to be successful? There are ways and means of being successful, but in here, I am quoting down the line, one Mr. Jim Rohn, he's an American, and he's got, I just accidentally bumped into this one when I was thinking about start line. So what he says, you can have more than what you got. That's what everyone wants to achieve, I think. You can have more than what you got because you can become more than what you are. So now you are sitting, you are listening to this lecture, you are taking part, and you want to become, you start an engineer, you want to become, quoting from the right, more than what you are. Right? So the charter will be only one thing. It's your professional, your discipline. You will now his focus, or I'm also recommending, it's about personal development. Now that is a broad area again. It depends on where you work, what your ethics and what is your vision. If you want to have your company one day, if that is your vision, you have to work towards it. Every step you take should support that vision. And if you want to become the MD of your company, yes, still you can. In government organizations, they have different rules like CB, Motor Board, RDA, they have their set of rules. Like if you are getting becoming a GM or Director General, depending on your age, solely on your age, then you are out of contention right at that moment. So if that is your choice, it's up to you. But there are lots of people who had left those organizations and be successful. My first job was at State Engineering Corporation that I left. After 4 years, I left. I went overseas, but again, that was a very good. I mean, at that time, it's like a CS2 organization, design and construction. Top class engineers were there. Yes. Yes, I'm a civil engineer. I didn't say it. Yes. Well, I like to say this. My first degree is in civil engineering. After that, it is like a fruit salad, a very, very tasty fruit salad. It's everything, HR and all this, like procurement and everything. Because engineering it will not work alone. And when in some of us, when we get this degree in engineering, we think, we get a crown. You think you wear a crown and there's nothing like that. Because you are good at as good as the A-level results of that year. I will ask you a simple question. Say, I'll tell you about my batch. Altogether, Peradine and Moratoa, in that year we had about 400 undergraduates, right? So in that year, that is the best in mathematics stream. 10 years down the line, how many of us were at the top 400 in the country? No one was. But we had this, we are engineers, chartered engineers, and when we introduced to someone, you get a bit of kind of respect because you did well in the A-levels. But in life, facing life, it is not that. And there's a lot of things I'd like to talk about it, maybe if time permits. But the thing is now, as I said, Mr. Jim Rohn had said, you can have more than what you got because you can become more than what you are. And then the other side of it, what? Unless you change how you are, you always will have what you got. Even in my batch. අන්තිමහරියට ආම උන්ට පිස්සු. උන්ට තාතල් අරගෙන. Towards the end, they see others have done so many things. They have expanded in the academy, they have shined in the profession and done other things. And, they go overseas for the Lord world overseas. It was, people compare. They take it easy in the beginning, maybe 5, 10, 15 years. Right? But in the end, when you are working for private sector, especially, there's no limit. And all of you, I like to request, when you work, give 100%, not less than 100%, because the organization needs that. It can be a government organization, it can be a private organization. The company needs your 100%. And if you are paid 100,000, for example, per month, you have to give back about 300,000 your work. Where the company needs that money for overheads and a profit, and probably for expansion of the company. If you are paid 100,000 and if you give back 100,000 only, that's a loss. That's a loss. And you have to think that as if you are the owner of the company. Give it back. The best part of it is, in my experience, it comes back to you. But our personal habits also gets influenced. When you want to get something done, they say, also I say, give it to the busiest person. If you want something to get done, you try. If you haven't done, you give to the person, you get it done. So AI life එක අපි ඔක්කොම කරන්නේ සතුටින් ඉන්නේ right? We want to be happy. AI life එක කොච්චර busy වුණත්, you get that, because our potential is unlimited. And also happiness is a choice. So if you want to be happy, you have to pick the happiness path. Any situation, there will be a happy part. So why I say these things in a project management lecture? So before you do project management, or you have done project management, you are a human being. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be better than today. So only you can make that decision. You can make that decision, and please do make that decision. And go for it. In meanwhile, if you want anything from me, at any time you can ask me. My email address is right at the bottom, and the email address and the telephone number. Others can see our online participants, online friends. Can you see the slide right at the bottom?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Visible, sir.
Right. So you can, any one of you at any time, people talk to me after, like in previous occasions, and even when I visit the company. And you're most welcome. You can anytime talk to me about things that you have to talk to. And the link I have shown here is Jim Rohn's, it is a YouTube. It's about 2 minutes. Just have a look if you like. This will be shared in the ISL website. Now you talk about project management. And what is a project? Now on the top right corner, top right corner, you can see a small house just being built like. And again, right at the bottom, left bottom, you can see a comparatively large few buildings. I think that is at University of Kelaniya. Proposed build complex of Faculty of Computing and Technology. So it's not on yet, but it's the proposed building complex, right? What is the project out of these two? Can someone tell me? Yeah, what is the Mangala City? What is the project out of these two? Or Dilini? Or Gamage? Hospital? Hello? Hinad?
So is that project final product of the project?
Yeah, my question is, what is the project out of these two?
Both are projects.
Both are projects.
Both are projects.
One
Any-
one shows there is a meeting,
Yes, sir.
and the other and the bottom right one shows that it's a discussion about construction matters.
Yeah, and your name, please. Your name, please. මට කතා කරනකොට නම කියලා start
Yeah.
with your name because I
I am
can't.
Vasanta. I am Vasanta Gunawardhan.
Okay, right. You work for the water board.
Yes.
And what did you say on the right one?
Right bottom. So that's it's a like discussion or
නෑ අහන්නේ කාලා ඒකට හිමිසරි උත්තර දෙන්න කලබල වෙන්න එපා. මම ඇහුවේ නෑ ඔක්කොම ටික. My question was about this small house-like thing and the proposed building complex across the line. ඒ දෙකෙන්
Yes.
මොකක්ද project එක කියලා. Understood? I asked about what is the project out of these two.
so both are projects.
Right. Yes, both are projects. Why you say that? What is the definition of
So because there is a sequence of activities have to be completed to come to a certain stage of constructions.
you just you just start having activities in a project and in the end it will complete itself like thing, Ahmed? When you say it's a sequence of activities?
Yeah, I suppose there are some kind of sequence of activities has have to be completed to come to a certain
Okay,
stage
thank
of
you. Any other ideas?
So I'm proposing. My
Yes.
idea was is that right one is the half completed project, and left one is planning stage of the project.
Yeah, you're right. But put it this way now, this is the point I am trying to get is what are the three main things in a project? Planning, discussion.
Uniqueness.
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 Yeah, that is one. I asked three.
so planning, design, and construction.
Planning, design, and construction. Planning, design, and construction. Okay. Planning, implementation, management. Planning, implementation, management. Any more? Planning seems to be very popular. Any more ideas? I need to tell you, I've been lecturing and marking this for about 4 years now, this subject area. And I got engineers, fairly senior engineers coming to sit for the paper and writing the answers, even if they don't come for the lectures. I asked this question. And I think about less than 5% answer properly. But some of them may be project directors, they are that much senior. So I am asking the basic foundation, I would say the definition, but again, it is the most important thing one should understand. Everything rotates around that. Now, we got few answers, thank you very much, but no one mentioned about the time, right? No one mentioned about the cost. Don't you think they are important?
Of course, sir.
Yes, so it is the most critical
They are
thing.
important, sir.
Yes, they are important. The only thing is one has to logically understand why they are important. So what you call in project management, it is just common sense, right? And if you are doing a project, say you're putting up your house, you don't want to spend more than what you have to spend, right? That is the defined cost or the agreed cost. And you don't want to spend money more than you, time, spend time more than you allocated. Maybe you won't do it within 18 months. And say if you are doing that house to rent, if you exceed that time, say you take another 3 months, in 21 months, you complete somehow, and you lose 3 months rent on that. So that is one opportunity cost. Costing for you personally, these things happen a lot. Because knowing or unknowingly, we have been involved in projects on our own. That's the nature. And project management is the area in Sri Lanka, in our context, mostly abused to it. I tell them. We have a PMP, project management professional. That is the US examination, and we have a branch in here. There are lots of PMP qualified people. But have there been the impact of not saving cost, at least achieving the project within that cost? Yes, I agree. Doing it on time. You think about the projects that you are working on. And think the agreed cost and agreed time, and now where you are. In almost all the projects, I have investigated 157 projects, starting from CS2 to C1. All the projects were overrunning in time and cost. Now, no COVID, right? No excuses. As a professional, just take it up and address the situation and go home happily every day. Don't get stressed up. Enjoy. Because this is an area that you can enjoy. So I said about 3 things. One is the scope. What is the scope? Scope of the project. Scope of the project is what you have to do. Scope, cost, and time. That defines a project. Any other activities are supportive. Maybe quality, maybe risk, maybe procurement, maybe HR. All these things are supporting. Just think about if you don't have a scope, you don't have a project. So to have a project, you need, I mean, the first example I brought about putting up a house. If you don't have a house as the scope, then you don't have to find money. You don't have to worry about the time. But every project that you are in, what you call a project, has this basic three things: scope, cost, time. And there may be variations. Like the client may down the line, he may say, okay, I want to have this one as well. Then the scope changes. So it is up to the organization, the contractor, it's up to him to agree on the changes and also get the additional time and cost for it. So things has to be controlled. But all of you, I'm sure you are very, very conversant with MS Project or Primavera or sometimes SAP. Those things are just tools. So if you don't get the bottom, the core right, you can be an expert in using the tool, but the results will be rubbish. Understand? So be mindful of that. And all the time, if you haven't thought about it so far, think about the project you are working on and get the things. And there will be changes down the line because as someone said, it's a unique thing. Every project is unique because scope is, it is, if you fix it, it changes to even you, if you take typical housing projects, though it is typical, sometimes your foundation may have to change as the ground is. So that is your judgment, your challenge, your professional approach to get the project right. But you got to know this. Not only you got to know this, share that knowledge with your team, especially the young ones. My experience with young people, when I say young, like fresh graduates, 2-3 years work experience, right? They are very good at about the operations they are doing, about operation level work, but they are not thinking the big picture. So it is seniors. I think lots of you are seniors comparatively. Your job is to coach them, because all these people are brainy people, including you. So coming back to the slide, the top left, what do you think those people are doing? Looking at the presentation. How about online friends?
They are looking at the
From
presentation.
PhD.
They are looking at a
Presentation.
And left bottom, and all these photos I got it from the internet. So there's a company name on the hat. Yes, so it is nothing advertising or anything or criticizing basically, but this I got for the purpose of educating you. And to me, yes, both. Look at the top left photo. Nobody seems to be taking a note or even on notebook. Some sort of a meeting, I don't know what it is. Maybe a project will work for us to meet. And the other one, the bottom one, I think it is somewhere a university building construction visit from the department authorities or something similar. Look at the way they have dressed. Wearing a tie, it's nice to dress nicely, but when you come to a work site, it's a question, you know, when you are like that, the way they are dressed, some of them, tie pin, tie, and don't go to get dirt in your fingers, right? So it's obviously you are so far, you are physically there, but you are so far from the work. I I agree. Engineers, they don't, especially guys, they don't like to dress properly. In the sense, but මේකට practically නැහැ කියලා මට හිතෙනවා. Now, what is management? And what is the man doing there up in the creek? Let's look, how do you say that? Hmm? No, what do you say? What is management? And first you tell me what the man is doing there. Online friends. Makit. Anybody? Menaka?
You get confused with what we have to do. He has a lot of things,
Hmm.
but he does not realize what we have to do at that time.
Right. Anyone else? Madhushankar?
As I see, he's finding internet.
He's finding internet.
He's surfing through the internet. As I see.
Hmm. Right. I've said this. Right. Anyone else? Nishanta? Namage?
That person has no idea on what he, he must do.
How can you say that? Yeah, he's looking at the laptop. He must be having an idea. When you say no idea, that's why I'm talking like this. If you had said perhaps no idea, then I won't say this. To me, he appears that he's looking into the laptop, so whether he has an idea or not, I don't know. Right? What is the lesson we can get from that? I picked it from internet.
That means he is on a very much risk there.
Sorry?
That person has taken a very big risk.
It's gone what?
Uh, he climbed up the tree and using a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
So
So I think
has
that it
taken
shows that technology has been developed very well, but the people still they have not used it like, but they use, but they do not apply it for their benefits or whatever. Like
how do you say that it is not, how do you know what he's looking at the laptop, what the purpose he's looking at the laptop at that place? So one can argue technology has reached so much, and even this person of his kind is carrying it with him, and even at this time he's looking at something that he needs. One can argue. But why I put this photo here was I'm sure all of you do this. Over and again. Sometimes knowingly, sometimes not knowingly. Sometimes knowingly, sometimes not knowingly. Why? To me, he looks like a coconut plucker, right? Going up the tree, and in the middle of his, obviously, he's going to pluck some coconuts, and middle of it, he's going in a tangent and doing something else, looking into a laptop. The question of whether we are carrying a laptop up when you do that, then those arguments are, we'll keep it aside. But when you just look at the photo, this man is going to pluck some coconuts, and in the middle, he forgets his task, and not forget to at a sideline, go in a tangent, and he gets into another activity. That happens to human beings most of the time. And you are no exception. Even now, even today, even during this lecture, it would have happened. So focusing is very, very important. Sticking to your target. And like once Steve Jobs, famous Apple, said what he had found, people don't ask questions. People don't ask for help. So you say people, anyone of us, he had said, when he was 12, he has phoned some big shot and asked for some spare parts to make something. And he got it. So people don't ask. Which means, I mean, it comes from a person who has proven everything, like, almost. So likewise, that is one thing. So if you are not sure about something, now you get even ChatGPT. I'm sure you are using it. Most of you find. Yes. So good, you can, I'm using it too. I get it here. But the thing is, number one, if you take work, if you take the projects that you are working on, you are given a scope. You are part of that big scope you are given, right? And you are responsible for delivering that scope within that cost and that time. So that you have to take it from the master plan. And if you are in a team, yes, you may not take mind. You may be having a team leader, you may be having a boss, maybe a senior engineer, or even like, if you are a senior engineer, there must be another one. Right? So I invite you to try and break out the scope you are getting and find out the cost, possible cost, and the duration that you have. Duration they will show in the bar chart, this is. But the cost they are not talking. It is generally they keep it to themselves. But I advise the other way because people should know. Then you can practice your project management within that cell. And if you get all the cells together, the project is there. Now you say you are a planning engineer. But to me, the planning engineer should be the construction engineer, ideally. Because he should know what to do. Nobody else should come and say, okay, you have to do this. We should own that plan. Everyone in the group today, we will do work. You should own what you do. and you plan. In most of the organizations, CS2 organizations, CS2, they have planning units. So I can't go and barge into them in that sense to me, but it makes more sense. If I am given a task and given the duration, in 3 weeks we have to do this, then the planning engineer should come and tell me after 1 week, you are here. You need to. It is my job. I can get someone support, but it's my responsibility to get the plan done and execute, as you said before, planning execute. Right? So management is known as the process of dealing with or controlling things and no people. So how do you manage? How many of you heard of PDCA? The group, when I say the group, that is the virtual cloud group, because I can't see you. How do you manage? Hello? Vinegar. Have you heard about PDCA? Movies? Sick? Hello?
Plan, do, check, act.
Do you practice it? Right. Plan, do, check, act. What is this? Now I have sent six words in planning. This is all about the logic that we say. We say English is very difficult. Yes, English is not our first language, fair enough, but English is always, it rotates about these 6 words. Maybe you have heard about it, 5 W's and 1 H. They call it. How? Yes, 5 W and 1 H. Why, what, when, where, who, and how. So if you take the who word outside, because that's a personal thing, who did it? So there is a negative issue with when you query something. But all the other things, to find who did it, you can use the other 5. And when you're planning, obviously, you can use these questions. That's why in Japanese, in their analysis, they call it a 5 why. Always they ask why. Then again, another why, another why. So when they go up to 5 whys, they say they come to the root cause. That is one way of finding root cause. The more famous way is the fishbone diagram. ඒවා මේ පොඩ්ඩක් search කරලා බලන්න. What if you plan? When you plan what unit is, when you know where to go, or else in a project you know when to finish. You should go on agreed time, agreed scope, agreed time, agreed cost, right? So මේක එතකොට ඒ විදිහටම නෙමෙයි. What if you plan, know where to go කියන එක. Where to go, you know. So how to go, what to do, you see, how, what. ඉතල නෙමෙයි කියන්නේ. ඒක එනවා නිකම්. Then what to achieve. Then resources, methodology, etc. What if you do? Know what to do. So in your cell, work cell in the project. You should know what to do. If you don't know, Atakaga in the park, get help. You have your seniors, even the company, if the company doesn't know, they will go for help outside. They go for experts. Handling them is a different area, but again, if you don't have the knowledge, you have to get the knowledge. Sometimes the consultant helps, sometimes they are not very helpful. When in doing most important thing, one of the most important thing is milestones, but before that, the specifications. Are you doing it to the specifications? So that area where the contractor and the consultant sometimes clash. Some I say in our industry, contractors, most of the contractors are mature than the consultants. So that is a big deal. Young guys come as consultants, they employ as consultants, even clients representatives. I know firsthand, and they are not confident, and they go by the book. So yes, you have to go by the book. You have to go make it sure. But again, if there are any deviations, possible deviations, they should be able to give a solution. Yes, that lacks. When I don't want to name, there are friends, organizations, and even some of the government organizations. All are good people. Then they check. So what is happening? You plan, then you do. At points you check whether the work is going according to the plan. So at that point, if you find a gap, if the progress is less than required, what you do? You have to act on it to rectify the gap. Then you don't have to know project management or anything to think about it. Just think about your day-to-day life. But but you know to call say the cellophane, whatever. One sheet, you know. So that is the way it is. That's why I say it is just common sense. We have made it, some people, some even institutions have made it complex. So take it from the scratch. It's very easy. That enjoy area. You also see the end. So once you see the end, you are very happy about it. Once on track, would the project be the same? Now this is about when we check, there's a gap. You identify there's a gap in the project. Now you put the project back on track. Okay. Now I have a question. Once on track, would the project be the same? Then the gap is addressed. So would the project be the same? Yes or no? If yes, why? If no, why? Chatura? Dabagi? Menaka? Prabodhini?
Right.
Yes.
Project not be the same because to need to fix that gap, it will take time or cost.
Right. Where do you work, Prabodhini? Hello?
Sorry, sir.
Where do you work? You're Prabodhini, right?
Yes, I'm Prabodhi from CEB, sir.
CB. Very good. Any other answers? Same answer there. You have to say why. Yes, ma'am. Hmm. Yeah, that's correct. That's the process I explained. Question is whether it is the same. I think, yes, Prabodhini gave the perfect answer. That is, yes, answer is product will be not the same because when there's a gap, it will, the project will have to spend more money to fix that gap and also take some time, additional time. And therefore, it won't be the same. So it will be additional cost and additional time. Additional time if it is not in the critical part. But the authority total project time making and additional time, but for to even if it is not on the critical part, that little time you have to you have to use on that activity, which will again come back to cost. So with the explanation, the last line of application of effective project management would minimize or eliminate such issues. Within 10 years, we do manage, we do something. But the thing is, how effective is that? When you think about I will come back to a bit later. When you think about the overruns and the opportunity costs we incur, especially in government sector projects, it's billions. And that is our money. And the benefit of spending that money gets delayed. Sometimes even a 12-month period project, it has gone to 24 months in reality. I will show that. So it's a crime. You talk about politicians doing crime, but you or us are not doing better. Probably worse. Because you got supposed to be, you are having better brains than them. Supposed to be, right? I guess. Now this is how the PMBOK, that is the Project Management Book of Knowledge by the PMP, PMI, Project Management Institution of US. Now this type is being practiced over lots of areas in the world. Where normally components of the project can be improper. Top 3, it's known as iron triangle. Scope, time, and cost. Because if one component changes, other two change. So it's a triangle. And all the other things, as I mentioned before, are support. Quality, resources, communication, very important. Then procurement, risk, stakeholders. And you may be having experiences when you are working in city areas. It is very, very critical to balance balance the neighbors. Sometimes they go for a court order and the projects was for maybe 6 months, 1 year, whatever time. So that is there, and in some books they call about instead of scope time cost, they say quality time and cost. But what I see is quality is within the scope. The specification, the quality is mentioned, given, referred to. Therefore, scope is the scope, time, and cost is a better setting, but quality is addressed separately. Now, these are the areas they have in management terms: scope management, schedule management, cost management, quality, resources, communications, risk, procurement, stakeholders. And in edition 5, they used to have a human resource management. We have taken it by a name, we have taken it out, but in resource management, it is there. Because human resource management is the most critical thing of even whatever you learn, whatever PhD or even 2-3 PhDs, you will not be effective unless you can manage human. I'm lucky that I did my human resource diploma at the site because I'm a people's man, right? So I wanted to know formally, and it helped. And why I say that, human can think, can be the T-ball in the office, it can be the security person, right? It can be the person who brings lunch to your people, workforce. They can think. They will say yes, yes, and they will go and do something else. You will experience this now and again, but sometimes these people are bright. Bright in the sense they have more sense. They may not be having academic qualifications, but they are that. So you got to respect. Number one, in human resource management or anything, life, you got to respect the other person, irrespective of their social standards. එක වෙන්න ඕනේ නැත්තම් බෑ. මිනිසුන්ට ගෞරව කරන නැත්තම් මිනිස්සෙක් හැටියට එතනින් එහාට you won't become a project manager මොකක්වත්. There are people shouting. Sometimes you also get wanted to shout. You want to shout, call the man to the office and shout on one-to-one. Don't embarrass people. ලොකු මිනිස්සු සමහර අපිටත් මේ ගෙදර ප්‍රශ්න ඇති. අපිට තියෙන ප්‍රශ්න ඔක්කොම ඒගොල්ලොන්ට තියෙනවා. පොඩි එක්කෙනාගේ ස්කෝලේට මොකද්ද පේරන්ට්ස් මීටින් එකේ එන්න ගම වර්කර් කියලා නෑනේ. එයාගෙත් පොඩි කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා, මගේ පොඩි කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. මට යන්න පුළුවන්. අමෝසයට යන්න දෙන්න මොකක් කරපන් කියන්නේ. So you got to think about those things. You got to be smart enough to, if you are getting that person to go, how are you going to catch up that to finish it on time? Yes. Thinking from head and thinking from heart are two different things. But at the same time, apit sattune we are kind of animals, right? So we can sense. You can sense. අපි හිතන දේ දැනෙනවා ඒවලට. අපිට දැනනවා. If you say good morning to your boss, for example, මේ මිනිස්සු අහක බලන් ගියොත් නැත්නම් මොකොත් කියන්නේ නැතොත් won't even disturb. පද වෙනවා. මේ ඔයගේ දේවල් I mean I have faced මට මතකයි තාම. ලෙවල් එකට පස්සේ ඊමේල් එකක් කරන් මොකුත් ඕනේ thank you කියලා කවන්න ගියද. You reach that point. Because we are human, we like to be appreciated, we like to be acknowledged. In project ඇතුලේ හරි complex civil projects ගත්තොත් ඒකේ road එකෙන්ම ගන්න ඕනේ. You got to address those things. Then they will do anything for you. Addressing them කියන්නේ ඒකම යටිහිතින් මේක කරගන්නවත් එහෙම නෙමෙයි. Sincerely you got to. Then you will do. And සමහර දැන් සියලු අක්තරම් මහත්තයා මොනවද කිව්වොත් you get responses. You don't buy them. You just be yourself. So engineering is a mathematical and logical thing. True. But you are applying it to people. Machines එක කරනවා නම් robot හදනවා නම් ඒත් එක්ක කවුරු ඉන්නද ඒක. So you can't be without people. You have to work with people. So think about those things. So project management, to be successful project manager, you need to be that. There are people I think who had worked with me in this group. They want to ban now. Mama called the clinic. Artificial that artificial window. So those things are for you to consider. What is scope management? What is project scope? Now I'm bringing in 3 examples, real life, real time examples. All these 3 projects are done. Projects of these 3 project scope are multi-story luxury apartment tower in Colombo, funded privately. Expansion of 21 kilometers of A-class road in hill country, funding. Multi-story, multi-purpose building of a government hospital by, it is again government funding, right? So for government funded project. And all 3 projects are done by CS2 companies. And I'll tell you, with my experience, there's a huge difference in CS2 level and CS1 level. We have only CS2, CS1, then C1, sorry. CS2 and C1. CS2, CS1 and C1. C1 is fairly up. But again, there's a big difference in the quality of people. When I say quality of people, like management, their approach, their planning, their fund management. This is what, right. Then time management. We spoke about the management area. Agreed time, multi-story building, agreed time to deliver 36 months. Then the road project, agreed time 24 months. Then the government hospital, agreed time 24 months. Then the cost, multi-story 5.8 billion. This is before the COVID, right? Before the collapse of economy. Then 2.5 billion for the road, 800 million for the hospital. So we'll talk about the other areas of success. Now, procurement management. What is procurement? What is procurement? Obtaining all the products and services required to the projects. So in these examples, total procurement is Sri Lanka rupees 8.7 billion. Now tell me, just procuring 8.7 billion rupees of products and services, would project achieve their goal?
No, sir.
No, that's right. It will not just achieve the goal. And in procurements, it is about you got to find the right quality, which is based on the specifications, then the right quantity, and deliver on agreed time and the agreed place. So when you say I have personal experiences, like when you have a couple of sites, say in Colombo, they tell to deliver, say, 2,000 bricks. Say it's some ABC company has this site in Kaduvela and the other one is in Ratmalan. So the bricks are delivered to Ratmalan, but the requirement is Kaduvela. They look why the bricks are not arriving. The procurement order, they have not specified the place or supplied unless they are in Ratmalan, so they went to Ratmalan again. Very චූටි දේවල් අනිත් එක තමයි all of you have to focus on attention to detail. Don't trust on someone else to do what you say. You have to check, monitor, get a feedback. කඩුවලට ගියා නම් කොල්ලයක් දෙන්න මට කඩුව. Not spying, but to make sure that you are addressing the requirement. Yes, again, most of the projects do the planning, conduct, and control. But effectiveness, accuracy, correctness is a question mark. Make a solid in area, and can't hurry assigning. Though they have the chartered engineers, project directors, project managers, can't do anything. Can't do anyway, but it's a known fact. They should be ashamed. You don't have to cheat. You don't have to get bribes. You don't have to get commission to earn. I'm a credible example. I have never done those things, but I'm very happy the way I am. But I have my wealth I have. That is from university graduation onwards. So the way, that even thinking of that gives me a huge pleasure. I don't know about other people, because I don't have any evidence, maybe few. But if someone has taken some money unlawfully, he must be suffering. There's a lot of people, they say, still they appear to be okay. So I can't say no, but I can say you don't have to do it to be successful. Life is successful because you got to be happy. So you live to be happy. One aspect is that is you got to earn to live. In earning, also you got to be happy. So you got to be again under that. And relationships with peers, subordinates, and also your home front, friends. You're so good to have your social life as well. You got to balance it. It depends on the individual. I think you can have the choices, but you can and have to do that. Anybody who's having difficulties, document issues in your sites? If not to your current project, you can talk about different. How you are in planning, you must be coming because
So I'm Prabodhi.
yes, Prabodhi.
Sir, in government sector, there is a procurement guideline. So
Yes.
is that appropriate this one or is that a separate thing?
Sorry, in the government sector, you have a guideline, yes, and
Yes, sir. As in that guideline, we should follow in each and every time in government sector
yes.
or in private sector also. Do we have to follow that one?
Yes, not the government sector guideline, private sector, the companies, they have their own guidelines because I was the procurement manager for a while. At that time, I had an authority of 500,000 on my own to sign. You know, if it was more than 500,000 or 1 million, it had to go to the directors for signature. So that is very flexible. So they trust. At the same time, that gives a lot of freedom to take decisions. So in the government guidelines, there are guidelines. And in private sector, I won't say either party is not abusing. I can't say that. But at the same time, there are people who do work ethically and very happy. And they are not bankrupt, you know. They are not bankrupt just because they didn't get any money from somewhere. So each and every company, they have their own guidelines. And they call it, if it is a ISO certified company, they have to document it. And with who is responsible for what and all these things. If not, it's difficult to run a company, Prabodhi. Even not even a project, even a company. You need, there's lots of bulk of. Now, a company I worked for, we had to import about 95% of our procurement budget was imports for the production. So that is huge at that time. So there are areas that you can bargain for your sake. Okay, if I place an order, you give me this percent or this much. So that is the greediness of the human. Or the being tempted. Even suppliers, on the other hand, they come forward and say, okay, I will look after you this much. And so you got to be, the individual ethics comes up. You don't have to, I strongly believe, because I did it, you don't have to get any undue money. And sometimes you may fall, they may try to put you in trouble. But there's only one thing correct, right? In any situation, there's only one thing correct. So if you're doing that,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
yes. So the small answer for you is that the guidelines are there for people to work with, but some people do, and some people may not do. So that's the administration is there to look after. Now this is an example of PMBOK. The structure always goes at, now this is inputs, this is about the document part. Inputs, then tools and techniques, and outputs. So this structure is there for the all the things. If someone needs a copy of PMBOK 6, I have a copy of. If you can ask for that with your email, I can send it. So this is the example three examples we got. It's summary. Planned total cost was 8.7 billion, 7 billion in Sri Lanka rupees. Actual total cost was 10.23 billion. That is sum of all three projects, right? Then the cost overrun was 1.53 billion, which counts to 17.6%. Total time overrun is 35%. So 35% on voluntary. So these are now where is project management? Now these are CS2 companies, right? 3 CS2 projects. And the top level project managers are in there. I mean, others may also have. Still, this had happened. Yeah, when there are things that project manager or the project team cannot control. Now, even in here, there are, again, now his question was about the dollar rate increase. Okay, dollar rate increase, we can't stop, right? So that is something beyond the control of the project manager or the project management team. So he or the team is not responsible for that. So then the cost, additional cost, that has to be negotiated with the client. SIDA is given a guideline. Even that is not good enough, I hear. Because after this recession, or so-called economic situation, most of the construction projects face that. The dollar was about 205 rupees, and all of a sudden it went to about 365. Yes. That it because we are heavily depending on imports, right? So definitely total cost will be increased, and the customer, the client, have to find that money. That's why some of the projects are still not functioning. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, now it says there are some cost overruns and time overrun.
Yes.
In a project, there is a specific duration client given by the contractor. So in that case, if time overruns is there, can't that client do like LD charges or something to the contractor?
Can do, but the thing is, when you take a project, our objective is to get the project done within the cost and within the time, because imposing fines on the contractor will not go anywhere. The contractor will not purposely do that by either his inability or in his misorganizing. Something will lead into that situation, but even it is limited to 5% or 10, I think 5% of total, according to the contract, total contract price. Maximum 5% විතරයි යන්න පුළුවන්. If එහෙම වුණා කියලා, we won't be able to, or they won't be able to complete the project and deliver the project. So normally what customers do, I know 2 projects going these days. The client, the contractor has almost defaulted. He has no money now. But now the client has said, okay, you do the work, you buy the material and give the bill, we'll pay you. So the cash flow is funded by the client, even the payroll, not the overtime, it's the payroll. So the people can live and work. So when you look at it, it is basically poor, I can't say poor planning only. Again, poor work habits. You know, the work habits. You got to have good work habits. You got to have excellent work habits. Then after දෙයක් ගත්තොත් කරන්න පුළුවන් දෙයක් ඒ වෙලාවෙම කරන්න ඕනේ. Call එකක් આવුත් කයින් හරි, if you get a call from someone, you missed it. You got to attend it. If someone asks for a report from you, data from you, if you have it, if you are busy, you can ask the person, when do you need it? If you can give it to me by 10 o'clock in the morning, that's good. So give it. Then your life will be easy. And the other person's life will be easy, and the project will get the benefit. Because I don't know even it is now. Tamange personal phone number office. Right? I say otherwise. I tell you, give it. Why? Say if you are at home on Saturday, say Saturday is not working day for you. Some are working. Production manufacturing well. And say you are in the procurement. And someone from the work site calls you and asks for some information about delivering details, or say delivering details. And you haven't given your number. So you will have to face that tune on Monday anyway. Right? And until then, the project, that person will find somehow, I don't know, hopefully, if not 1.5 days delay. Think, hey. So give your knock and try numbers. Just because you take certain things from your organization, your time, energy. Sometimes you say, excuse me, I'm going to the bank. And I'll take about 1 hour to come. At times, maybe some ladies for the shopping and lunchtime they get back ready. Good. So if we can do that, if you take that time from the organization, why not we give some from ours? Because everything is focusing towards delivering the requirement. So management is that. Then the human can end up Tony. Because when you do it, when you are not doing it, when you are doing the right thing, that will get into your personal system. Personal habits will take, and that will bring you make happiness. So this is not only project management. Project management basically. But tuning you is more critical. Okay. Yeah, my question, all academic, professional and vast experience we have on project management, still we overrun the way so, we saw. How much these overruns create opportunity cost? You know what is opportunity cost, no? If you miss something, it can be in the prolonged cost. Individually, there'll be a cost, opportunity cost. The organization, doesn't matter whether state or private, they will have the cost. Stakeholders, owners, consultants, contractors, suppliers, subcontractors, they will have. We know. At least for the argument's sake, we know. But what is the aim of a policy? In the end, it's going to serve the country, serve the economy, and uplift the people. So the economy of the area, and then the economy of the country. So just imagine when we lose billions and billions of rupees in overruns, the opportunity cost it cost. There are hospitals that Vittarak or the park, when it gets delayed by 1 year, Minisuki then it takes on a big current. So you got to think about the end. You got to think about why you are doing this. You got to think about why this your key, your project is happening. What is the benefit of that to you as an employee, your company, and the country? Adani Karata Kamande. And your road project is similar. And all the other projects you are doing, maybe you are not directly involved like planning and other things, but you have to think about it. Become machine වගේ වැඩ කරන්න එපා. තේරුමන්නේ. One day you will realize why one day, why not now? Yeah, I have only one question. Aren't you feeling guilty? Prabodhani? Prabodhani?
Sorry, sir. I couldn't hear that one. Can you repeat it, please, sir?
Yes. Yeah, did you hear the one before?
Yes, sir.
Can you see?
Hello. Yes, sir.
Yes, you can see the screen, right? I was telling about, before this, I was telling about the opportunity cost created by delaying in not delivering the projects on time. Hello? Prabodhan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A bit noise, background noise is there.
Your noise, your side.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I asked to repeat.
No, that's okay. The opportunity cost to the economy of the country, at least based on the 3 examples we checked, overruns were coming up to 35% on time alone, right? So,
Okay.
but what I was saying, just imagine the billions and billions of cost created due to these overruns of the projects, and what creates the damage or the opportunity to the society, to people of this country. So it's almost criminal to me, because if we can do it and if we are not doing it, it's criminal.
Yes, sir. As professional, we have to be responsible persons, and also we have to accountability to the job we do.
Correct. හැබැයි මම ආසයි ඕක වී කියන්න නැතුව I කියවනම්. Because
Yes,
we speak on behalf of I speak on behalf of me. නේ. එතකොට අර වී කියවම එක so එකට dilute වෙනවා. ඒක I කියවනම් that is perfect. එතකොට අපිට අපි perfect නෑනේ. We can always improve. Can improve, right? So then my question was in this slide, අන්තිම line එක. Aren't you feeling guilty about that?
Yes, I felt, sir.
Yeah, all the people in this physical persons also they are feeling guilty. The thing is, at one in our life, at one time or the other, it's good to know that and accept what it is and to improve from that point onwards. And also, please share with others. So, what can we do? That's what I say. Go by basics, and sometimes it's frustrating. Because my first boss, first boss, it was very difficult to work with the person because I was thinking one thing and I was asked to do another thing. And so such situations can happen to any one of you, even now. So I'm not saying about pleasing the boss. If you are correct, always you can talk to him, show the thing. The basic thing is once you do things in the right way, people start noticing you. and you build up a reputation as a responsible professional person, and that is better for you and the company as well. And this is another saying from Pele, the famous football player. The second blue line, love what you are doing. If you don't love project management or construction or planning or whatever engineering, think about something else. You will enjoy and you will have a better package for sure. Engineering I got a batchmate, he did chemical engineering. හැමදාම පත්තරයක වැඩ කරන්නේ. තාමත් පත්තරයක වැඩ. Just amazing. වදාත් engineering කරලා practice කරලා. ඒ වගේ අය හිතා බැලුවා. So if you like or if you love what you are doing, that's the main thing. So this is that bird again, right? You are always believe in yourself. If you are in a project, if you are, if I don't know if you follow cricket, the first T20, Matisha Patirana got 4 wickets. He was the man of the match. What he said was when the ball was given to him, the penalty, 18th, I think, yes, he took 2 wickets in that. He said, I wanted to win this match for my team. That was the only aim I had. And he got 2 wickets. Sri Lanka won by 4 runs. And just think about that statement. Put that statement onto yourself. I wanted to complete this project on time. So if every one of you have that need, you will achieve it. So it's mostly mind game. Because you guys are brilliant. I thought they can okay, me to me I'm thinking engineering color degree, engineering color degree, or whatever background. It can be just a simple thing. But your mindset is the most critical thing. And here then Kiela then my internal halagi atapasya nala matakaran depa. Yes, wait, you can ask questions if there's any clarifications. And also my telephone number and email address, I hope you had taken it. That tongue, you know, you can contact me if you like. Wake up, you know me. Yeah, hello.
So we can hear you, and the display says end of slideshow.
Hello, are you there?
Yes, we are here, sir.
No. Tamarapadakken. Hello. Hello, Renod.
Yes, sir, we can see.
So we are about to wind up. If you have any questions, you can ask me. In the meantime, I'm into a CRS project. CRS project in the sense I impart my experience and knowledge based on generally on project management. So if you have, if you like or if you think that I can be useful, I can see you. I mean, if you have any individual needs, you can talk to me, or else your company or companies, I can come in your little chat and presentation, whatever, so that we can sort it out. Because in operation level, you know what you are doing, but what do you think? The overall picture is more beneficial to set you in the correct direction. So that is my company name. And yes, any feedback from you? What do you say about the session? Probably we had a
Yes, sir. For me, it's really interesting lecture. Not only the project management, but to our heart also, as professionals, how we should help to develop our society. You taught in this session. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
I am Nityanandan. I have good experience in the both way presentation. It's good experience and it the more improve my knowledge and improve my society for my helping mind. Thank you.
Ilham, we are engineers. Our main aim should be work for the society, not for us.
Thank you. Anyone else? So then we'll wind up the session. Vasant, any comments?
Very informative and very interesting, because actually I had a very wrong impression about the project management earlier. Now I think actually it is very friendly subject, and it is just like common sense, as you told. How we
Good.
can use our common sense to make everything in a correct way, to make the things to the place where the project wants.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your effort.
You're welcome. Raj?
Yes, sir. This is very helpful for me to work, to apply this subject to my work.
Thank you. Nasik? Sean? Lairu? Masara? Ilini? Kaparat, hitia ඊට පස්සේ. Okay, you want to say something?
So I get corrected a lot of things because the idea of me about the project management was in the different way, but I could get it corrected, and now I think I can rethink what I have to do in the future.
Okay, good. Any other feedback? Okay, then all the best to you. If you have any, when I said CRS, it's which means I'm not going to charge anything. It's knowledge sharing, because it's about that. I enjoy more than learning. Okay, then good night. Thank you very much for joining us, and all the best. And all the best to HR as well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Good night, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good night.
You're welcome.